Hi students, for today's notes, we're going to talk about graphing on the coordinate plane. You should have learned this already in 6th grade. I'm sorry, 5th grade. Okay, so let us go ahead and begin. So this is on page 6 of your math notebook. So let's first start with our definitions. So in order for us to name points in the coordinate plane, we first need to know the definition of what a coordinate plane is and then some parts about the coordinate plane. Okay, so what is a coordinate plane? Well, a coordinate plane is formed by two number lines, one horizontal and one vertical number line. So two number lines that intersect, meaning they meet at exactly right angles. Okay, the point of intersection, meaning where the horizontal and the vertical lines meet, is 0 on each number line. So that actually means 0, 0. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but this is called an order pair in which the first coordinate represents is your x coordinate, and then your second number is your y coordinate. So we're going to talk about that soon. All right. So let's go ahead and draw a coordinate plane. So I actually have just like a little piece of paper that I'm going to use as a straight edge. So what I am going to do is I am going to draw a straight line going straight across. Hopefully I do a good job. And I am going to draw two arrows to show that this horizontal number line keeps going to the right and to the left. Okay, and remember, let's say I have 0 here, then these are my positives and these are my negatives. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to draw another straight number line intersecting at exactly 90 degrees. So I'm gonna try to make it as good as possible to make them intersect at 90 degrees, which means this is 90 degrees. That also makes this 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. 360 degrees altogether, you know, just so you know. Or if you're looking at a straight line, 90 and 90, 180 degrees together, okay? All right, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to draw some equidistant numbers to the right and to the left to finish my horizontal number line. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right and to the left and try to be like equidistant. I know I didn't do a very good job here. That is okay, all right, but try and number them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is 0. And then -1, -2, -3, and -4. And I'm going to do the same thing going up and down, but I don't think I have enough space to do 4. So I'm just going to do maybe 3 and number them 1, 2, 3. And also going down equidistant. So 1, 2, 3. And label them -1, -2, and -3. All right, so let's talk about a few of these important facts about this coordinate plane. First of all, this number line that goes from left to right, this horizontal number line, these are called the x-axis. And the number line that goes from top to bottom vertically, these are called the y-axis. Okay, now, so what that means is this first number, remember I said this number is the x coordinate. That means it's talking about one of these numbers here, going horizontally left to right. Your second number, the y coordinate, talks about one of the numbers that goes up or down. Okay. This point right here, right here. Okay, I'm gonna put a dot here. This is 0, 0, meaning left to right. Take a look. It's right at 0. And also up or down, where is it? It's right at 0. This point is 0, 0, and it has a special name. The point that is 0, 0 is called the origin. All right? Okay, now, when you see the two numbers lines intersecting at this point, notice how it created 4 places, right? 4 sections. They have names. Those are called quadrants, okay? Those are called quadrants. Let me actually write them here. Now, quadrant is quadrant because the word quad is a root word. Oh no, I'm missing an A here. Let me rewrite. Okay. Okay, this quad means 4. So you know how a polygon that has 4 sides, such as rectangles, trapezoids, rhombus, squares, overall, we call them quadrilaterals, right? Okay, that comes from this root word, all right? Anyway, so they have, since there are 4 quadrants, these 4 quadrants have names. Their names are literally quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4, but rather than using our regular numbers, we actually use Roman numeral numbers. So this is how we call them. So starting from the right top side, where both the x and the y values are positives, okay, this is called quadrant 1. Okay, and this means 1. And then from there, we are gonna go counterclockwise. So we are going to go this way. So we have quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and then quadrant 4 looks like this. This V represents 5. If you have a 1 before the 5, that means 1 less than 5, which means 4. Okay, so quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Now, a few facts about these quadrants. They do have some meanings to them that could be helpful. So for example, when you're looking at your X and Y values in quadrant 1, hopefully you notice all of these numbers are positives, and then you will be going up, so all of these points are also on the y coordinates are also positives. So your order pair are going to be positive and positive. X coordinate is positive and y coordinate is going to be positive as well. What about quadrant 2? Let's look at your x coordinate. All of these numbers are negatives, but you'll be going up, which means all of your y coordinates are going to be positives. Any number in quadrant 2, your x coordinate is going to be negative and your y coordinate is going to be positive. What about quadrant 3? Your x coordinate is going to be negative, and then you're going to be going down, so your y coordinates are also going to be negative. And finally, quadrant 4, your x coordinate going to the right are going to be positive, but your y coordinate, you'll be going down, so all of your y coordinates are going to be negative. So positive, negative, okay? And these are some parts of a coordinate plane. Moving on, we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about these ordered pairs, which is it's the pair of numbers. It's going to let you know where to graph a point on a coordinate plane. First one is the x coordinate. Second number is the y coordinate. Okay, so let's talk about that. Over here, an order pair. It's literally an order pair. X comma y in this order. It's a pair. You always put parentheses around. Okay, is a pair of numbers that gives the location of a point on a coordinate plane. Together, they give you a location of a point. The x coordinate's gonna give you whether you go to the right or to the left. And from there, the second number, the y coordinate's gonna give you whether you're gonna go up and plot a point or you go down and plot a point, okay? The first number, the x, tells how far to the right or left the point is located from the origin, right or left. And then the second number tells how far up or down the point is located from the origin. The numbers in an order pair are called coordinates. So that's why I kept saying this is the x coordinate and this is the y coordinate because they are called coordinates, okay? The first number is the x coordinate and the second number is the y coordinate. Therefore, you have the order pairs x, comma, y inside the parentheses. And using these numbers, you get to plot a point, okay? So with that, let's do some practice. All right, so identify the coordinates of each point. Give the quadrant where each point is located. So let's start with G. G is right here, okay? So I am looking at G, and first is gonna be my x coordinate, and second it's gonna be my y coordinate. So first, I know that I need to go to the right, all the way to 4. And then what happened? I went down. And what is this? This is -4. So my coordinates are, my order pair is +4, -4. So 4, comma, -4. What quadrant are we in? Remember, quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So 4, comma, -4. And we are in quadrant 4, okay? Next one, E. Where is E? Right here. So first, I'm going to the left to -2. And then I'm gonna go up to +4. So -2, comma, 4, those are my coordinates of that point. And we are in quadrant 2. So -2, comma, 4, quadrant 2. The point F is right here. That's 3 to the right, so +3, and up 2. So your coordinates are 3, comma, 2, and that is in quadrant 1. Last one, H, is right here. That's, we go to the left to -1. From there, we went down 1, 2, 3. So -1, -3. -1, -3, and that's in quadrant 3. Okay. All right. Now, the next portion says, instead of naming those coordinates, now we are going to graph and label each point on the coordinate plane. I'm going to show you how to label, okay? So we're going to first graph -4, comma, 2. So remember, the first one is your left or right, and the second one is your up or down, okay? So this -4 means we're going to go to the left to -4. And then the 2 means from there, we're going to go up to, plot a point, and then we can either label it just P, or we can also put the coordinate. Just to keep it simple, let's just put P. Next one, Q, is +3, +2.5. So you first go to the right 3, and from there you go 2.5 up. So here's 1, 2.5, and that is point Q. Point R is -4.5, comma, -5. So you first go to -4.5, and from there you go down to 5, which is right here. See, here's -4. -5 is right here. Plot a nice point, and we're gonna label it R. The next one is +4, -5. So you go to the right 4, and you go down 5 to -5, and that is point S. And finally, -2.50. So first you're gonna go to the left, -2.5, but the second number is 0. That means you don't go up or down, you actually stay right here. And that is point T. All right. Also, I do have a couple other things that I do want to talk about. First of all, we're really not going to talk about this, I don't think, for the homework. However, I do want you to know here's the east and the west, your north and the south. And the purpose of it is you also should be able to explain a location by using these words. So for example, to explain the location of Q, point Q, you can say you go 3 units east from the origin, okay? And then you go 2.5 units to the north because you're going up. This point right here, okay, you're going 4 units, to the west, and then you go 2 units to the north, all right? Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thank you. Let's see, how do I